Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on NBIS just 9 days ago, to be exact on June 19th of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $286.69. And at this point my main assumption was that we have to see the retracement, and this retracement, when it hit around $240 to $251, should be a crucial point of the difference between bull case and bear case. And guys, take a look right here. This is the actual price action of NBIS. Let me zoom out in order to show you this price action in details. I made my previous video when this asset was at this point, and since I made it, this asset went lower. It hit exactly to the tick the price range that I marked previously. And for now, guys, I am expecting some kind of reaction out of this level. So, as you can see, technical analysis works perfectly well, and if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, this is the post that I wrote on January the 30th. It is a public post that you can find on my Patreon. It is pretty much all trade alerts that I made from December the 1st to January the 30th. These are the results of these alerts. You can see that all of the trades were in profit except this one on December 19th. TRWV hit a stop loss order, and we've lost about 1.33% on this trade, but all other trades are in green. That is why you can use these trades in your personal trades as a part of your due diligence. So guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure, and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me, and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons, and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So, and on today's video, guys, I will show you what should we expect next from the price action, what news might be the catalyst for this stock for the upcoming weeks and months, and how you can benefit out of this story. So, let's begin with some general news. And to find out what are the most recent news, you have to type in Google search bar NBIS stock and switch to new stock folder. Unfortunately, guys, if I use the common settings for this searching results, we will not find a lot of news that were published just several days or several hours ago. But if I switch to the past 24 hours period, you can find several most recent news. And I want to pay attention to this one. This article was published on Simply Wall Street on June 28th, and it's titled NBIS Group Calls following a sharp run. Is it fully priced? And the main sentiment, the general sentiment for this article is still relatively bullish, despite the fact that the fair value, according to this article, is slightly below the current price. It is set at about $238.86, and the current price of NBIS is about $240, which means, guys, we are pretty much at the fair value for the stock. And as you can see, just recently, for the last several months, we can see quite substantial swings of the price action. That is why we still can anticipate some consolidation in the near-term perspective, but the trend for now might be still bullish. And let me show you some details from the analytic firms. If I click right here on the forecast tab folder, you can see that among 14 analysts, we have the highest price target that is set at $380 and the lowest price target that is set at $144. And guys, we are pretty much at the average price target among 14 analysts at $257.64. This price target is just 7% above our current price, which means, guys, some kind of cool down still very possible, but the overall trend, in my opinion, is still bullish for this stock. And let's continue with more interesting details from the so-called smart money investors list. I want to pay attention to this chart. This is the number of shares which belongs to institutional investors, and we still have the highest level ever for the stock for the last basically couple of years. Which means more and more institutional investors still hold this stock in their investment portfolios. And the most recent activity among the so-called smart money investors is still relatively positive. You have to keep in mind that it is not the deal's execution dates. It is just filing dates, and real deals happened at least 45 days prior this filing date. It happened basically in the previous quarter of this year. And guys, in general, you can see that green rows indicate new positions, red rows indicate closed positions. And this column shows the difference between previous position and current position. If the number is negative, which means the company reduced its position by 1.31%, and if the number is positive, it means that the company increased its position by 3.55%. And guys, take a look right here. We still have more green rows than the red ones. On top of that, we have more bullish pressure from the so-called rebalancing companies, the companies that are rebalancing their portfolios. Which means, guys, yes, NBIS still has quite good support from the smart money investors. That is why, guys, I believe that we are most likely in this type of movement to the upside. And let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deeper right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, first of all, let me remind you that I caught the majority of the movements of NBIS. You can watch each and every previous video related to NBIS. You can find all the links in the description below, and you will prove my words that I caught the majority of its movements and I caught it very thoroughly. So that is why you can rely on my technical analysis as a part of your due diligence. And let me show you on a bigger scale that this asset is in its uptrend. It is nobody has any doubts about this. We are in this type of movement, and we are potentially forming the last wave on this scale. Then we have to see a retracement, but first of all we have to hit higher targets if my assumption is correct. And guys, I have to admit that I still cannot remove this ABC correction to the downside with the slight overshooting of the B wave above this previous high. I cannot remove this breakdown, and I cannot remove this breakdown either, but my main assumption is that we are in this type of movement. And why do I think so? I think so because of the general sentiment related to this stock. I think so because of the most recent updates from the company itself and from its contracts with the major players on the market. And I think so because of the price action, because this type of overshooting of the B wave into the asset that is extremely bullish is not so common. That is why most likely we have this as our ABC, and we have this, wait a second, we have this bottom as the bottom of the fourth wave. If I'm wrong and we see continuation, the trend continuation to the downside, the bottom of the fourth wave will be right here, somewhere at maybe to $183, and then we still have a chance to see this movement to the upside. But for now, guys, this is the perfect contender of the bottom of the fourth wave, and we have to see the reaction. What type of reaction I want to see? Let me show you in details right here. I prefer to see as a sharp movement to the upside. And guys, take a look right here. If I pull a fib retracement tool from the bottom to the top, we hit exactly to the tick the golden pocket range. It is the most probable range of trend reversal. That is why, guys, I believe that on today's session we might see this movement to the upside, and it will be a decent opportunity to enter your long position, at least to retest this stop. And the stop loss might be very tight because we are at the crucial level. We might have about 3% of downside potential and about 24% of upside potential, which means, guys, 8-to-1 risk to reward ratio might be extremely lucrative for you. And yes, I prefer to do one step at a time. Let's wait for the reaction, and then I will do another update to show you where we are on the price chart right now. So I think that's all information. If you like my video, just hit the like button, and see you in the next one. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no